Hello, my lovely knitters. I'm back on my sofa, just for now. My name is Claire. Hello to my world, a tapestry of life, art and the simple wonder of a knitting day in Orkney. Today I want to share a little piece of Orkney's knitting heritage, one that's as delicate as it is fascinating. If you've ever walked through Orkney's wild landscapes, you might have noticed tufts of soft white fluff swaying in the wind. Bog cotton. It grows in the peatlands, catching the light like tiny wisps of cloud against the dark moorland. Now, bog cotton isn't the sort of fibre you'd normally spin into yarn. It's fragile, almost ephemeral. But in the early 20th century, someone did just that. A pair of tiny baby socks made from this delicate fibre were lovingly knitted for a child named John Robert Auerston, born in Tankernas in 1907. These socks are now housed in the Orkney Museum, a rare example of how islanders found creative ways to use the materials around them. While wool from hardy Orkney sheep were the mainstay of knitting here, bog cotton must have been a challenge. Perhaps blended with wool for strength or simply knitted as a show of skill and care. I love thinking about the hands that made them. Was it a mother, a grandmother, carefully crafting something soft and warm for their newborn? What patience it must have taken, and what a gift of love. Knitting in Orkney has always been about resourcefulness, community and tradition. From Fair Isle-inspired patterns to fishermen's keps, every stitch carries a story. And sometimes those stories survive, not just in books or photographs, but in tiny, fragile socks, tucked away in a museum, waiting to be remembered. Good morning, knitters. It's a beautiful day. April. April's usually a beautiful month in Orkney. You can see the blue skies behind me. If you could see them, they're cloudless in front of me. Let me just turn round. There you go. And we have some beautiful daffodils. It's just lovely to see their colour, isn't it? It's that first bit of colour before the trees start to get their leaves. You can just about see the buds, I think. Let me just have a little look. Yeah, just about. There's one there. I like this little walk. Here's some lovely leaves coming out at last. This shows you a bit of... This is more spring-like. Beautiful green leaves. just starting to come through next to another little bunch of daffodils. Yeah. Makes you want to pick them, doesn't it? Wouldn't be right though, would it? Nice for other people to see them. So I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about how things are at the moment. It's been a long winter, that's all I can say. I've had back-to-back chest infections, 3 since December. And I'm thinking, it's really slowed down what I can do. Knitting-wise, I've hardly done any. I did finish a commercial tunic that I'd been working on since, when was it? December? It took me a lot longer this time, about 3 months I think. On and off. I had to pull the back because I'd done the pattern wrong. Anyway, that's finished, that's ready to go. But my own knitting, not touched it at all. Ooh, just a minute while I show you this lovely clump of daffodils. Beautiful, aren't they? Yeah. So, basically, that's what's been happening. I was writing my first book, which is on Kindle at the moment. It's called The Mysterious Queen of the Isles, and and the Hidden Man, I think it says, that's right. The Mysterious Queen of the Isles, Mary, Queen of Scots, and the Hidden Man. And it's all about the islands. The islands where I live. Not totally, but there's quite a bit about one of the most famous islands in our archipelago, and that is the Queen of the Isles, Westray, full of significant history. So I'm sure you can hear the birds. Oh, there, oh. Lean backwards a bit. There we go. Oh, I'll come up close to one. There you go. There. So as I said, I've got another book coming out at in the next few weeks, which is a sequel to my first book. More of a modern day detective story, history, mystery. So I'd hope you might enjoy those. My favourite little bridge. Somebody's cleaned out the stream. It's looking a lot more clear. Lovely. We'll walk across the bridge here. No cows in the field today. There you go. The mobile mast up on the hill there. So I've been knitting a little, not a lot, but I do have a pattern I want to start this year, and that is called the Lena blouse, and I've also got the Hirossi cardigan. Now the Hirossi cardigan is the pretty little pink one with the ruffle edging, so that's going to be a pattern. The Lena blouse is made up of some beautiful Shetland spindrift, which I'm going to knit on 4mm needles. I can start that shortly because I've kind of done a basic pattern, but I want to knit it up, and because I think it's going to look beautiful in the colours that I've got. Very thankful to my good friend Lena. Hello Lena, who sent me the beautiful yarn. So that one, I've kept it for such a long time because I've just wanted to do something really special with it. Not one that just comes out of my head. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy that one. So I'll start knitting that on the next episode. As you noticed, I've been doing a lot of little clips. I sort of want to try and do a little magazine episode. So you'll probably see those I'll probably do one a month, mainly because I'm going to be extraordinarily busy over the summer, but I will document that for you because I think you'll find it interesting. Hello! So I'll sign off there, and perhaps you'd like to hear a reading of the prologue for my new book, The Mysterious Queen of the Isles. And yeah, please let me know in the comments the style, whether you like it. Yeah, I would really like to hear your comments on it, or anything else that's in the video today. And lovely to see you all again. Sorry I've not been around for a while, but as I always say, keep knitting.
My name is Hepzibah Rutledge, and it is the winter of 1588, the year the Spanish Armada was spotted off the coast of Plymouth. Francis Drake famously finished his game of bowls before facing the looming threat hovering over England. This year, however, marks a turning point for me, one where my future seems as uncertain as England's, caught between storms both external and inside. My master, Mr. Ralph Sheldon of Beoley Hall in Warwickshire, is a kind man. Many years ago, in 1553, his father took me in as a small child. William Sheldon, a lawyer linked to my guardian's family, took me in after they fled to the continent. Whilst my guardians were Protestants, William Sheldon, however, hailed from a Catholic lineage. His neutrality amidst the religious divide allowed him to serve Queen Catherine Parr, Henry VIII's last wife, as her legal advisor. As steward at Sudeley Castle, he encountered our present Queen Elizabeth. Following her father's death, she lived with her stepmother, Catherine Parr, the Dowager Queen, and her new husband, Thomas Seymour. At this time, she faced the shame of being declared the illegitimate daughter of Henry VIII by Anne Boleyn. My master's family is renowned for their wealth and connections to royalty, yet their roots bear an exotic twist. Through my genealogy research, I uncovered that a lady-in-waiting to Constance of Gaunt, the Spanish Queen of Castile and wife of John of Gaunt, had married into the Cotton family. This union brought wealth to the Sheldons, a Spanish legacy evident in the dark, swarthy features of my master's portraits that adorn the study where I work. Amongst these legal tomes and family records, I have pieced together the complex tapestry of their ancestry. For years, I have served Master Rafe as his secretary, writing countless notes, letters and codes for him, carefully concealing them in hidden compartments to ensure their safety. Being a Catholic in England today is a perilous vocation with severe penalties for recusancy. Thus, we tread carefully, safeguarding both our differing convictions and correspondence. William Sheldon was committed to my education, teaching me Latin and Greek, as any good Catholic family would. My schooling extended further, introducing me to the English Bible, the verses of Mr. Miles Coverdale, and the Reformation pamphlets of Queen Catherine Parr. This dual exposure to Catholic and Protestant teachings has broadened my understanding of the world, placing me at a crossroads. In Queen Mary's time, such knowledge was a perilous gift, whereas in Elizabeth's era, loyalties to the old faith were permissible for a while. Master Ralph's wife, Anne Throckmorton, descends from the distinguished Throckmorton family of Courton. Her father, Sir Robert Throckmorton, was a courtier and Member of Parliament descended from Catherine Parr's grandmother, Elizabeth Fitzhugh. Anne's mother, Anne Bryan, was a cousin to Anne Boleyn, connecting their children to the very heart of England's royal lineage. I began as a governess to their children after my cherished guardian, William Sheldon, departed in 1570. During that time, Anne's siblings, Arthur and Bess, often visited Beoley Hall, filling the household with news from the court. Alice Arden, a distant relative through a Throckmorton and Knightley marriage, assisted as a nursery nurse until her sudden death in 1580. Her demise is another story, though, which remains close to my heart. My tale intertwines with one of the greatest injustices of our time. Just last year, Mary, Queen of Scots, was beheaded at Fotheringhay Castle as a Catholic martyr. Yet beneath this surface lies another story that few know. Master Ralph and I have resolved to record the truth, even as he grapples with how to convey it. For me, uncovering this truth is not merely an act of justice. It is tied to my purpose, safeguarding a legacy that could alter the destiny of those I hold dear. Together, Master Ralph and I have decided to hide this tale within theatrical works, a coded key to what truly transpired. Please pray for me, for I feel the danger so keenly. What repercussions I may face in safeguarding and circulating this story are unimaginable.